Hi, welcome to part 3 of the Psychology of Attraction course. Today's topic is called Attraction Redefined. I'm Shafin Desain for those of you joining us directly in this part, and if you are, I strongly suggest you go through the first 2 parts before you go through this one. The links to the first 2 parts are above this video. If you're watching this on some video sharing network like YouTube and there are no links on the top, please visit psychologyofattraction.org. That's psychologyofattraction.org and sign up there. Okay, as usual, before we begin today, let me remind you the 2 critically important concepts you've already learned in part 1 and part 2. First, we have learned attraction is not a logical choice we make. It is an involuntary response of our emotional brain that is triggered in response to the right mating behavior. In simple words, you cannot logically convince anyone to feel attraction towards you, nor can you buy attraction, nor emotionally blackmail anyone into it. Attraction is triggered in the emotional brain that is far more powerful than our thinking, analytical, logical, rational new brain, or the neocortex. The emotional brain has evolved over countless thousands of years to feel naturally attracted to those who exhibit certain specific mating behavior patterns. If you wish to come across as a naturally attractive man or woman, you will need to incorporate these traits within your personality and maximize their display when you're in presence of a potential mate. You may think that this is a rather unromantic view of how attraction works, but it is how it is. Romance is a higher level concept that is created in the new brain. And if you have been paying any attention to the first and second part of this course, you know how the older emotional brain has much more power over the new thinking brain. The second critical concept we covered is that while for most animals, these sexually selected naturally attractive traits are physical, like the peacock's tail or the wings of a butterfly, for humans, due to the unique twist in our evolutionary tale, these traits are mostly mental. We have been genetically programmed over tens of thousands of years to feel naturally attracted to certain people who display certain specific mindsets in a courtship or mating game. Now I know, some of you might be going, I'll tell you what's attractive to a guy. It's big breasts and a nice ass. True. As we all know, men are more visual than women, and a nice visually attractive body is all it takes for most men to get turned on. But there is more to the story. Pay attention here, woman, because this is vitally important. While women exercise sexual selection by awarding men with a mating opportunity, men exercise sexual selection by making a commitment. While many a man may be ready to have sex with a beautiful yet random stranger, he will rarely be willing to commit to her for years and raising a family unless there are other evolutionary traits present within her. For men, it's not so much about having sex, which is zero investment and total fun, but it is about making a commitment and being faithful. He will commit to the right woman and be completely faithful to her happily and ever after. But she has to constantly trigger that part of his emotional brain that says, this is it, she is the one. That part, the one that makes him stay, remains switched on over the long term, not in reaction to nice breasts, but some other traits that signify her status on the ladder of evolution. The visual attraction is powerful, but it fades almost as fast as it is created. What remains is the deep, hardwired evolutionary attraction created about 6 inches behind the eyes. So, the very first understanding I want you to have today is that Attraction is not conscious. What we feel attracted to is hardwired deep within our DNA. What we feel attracted to guides our evolution. If you wish to learn how to create and sustain strong attraction in mates of your choice, you must be very clear about the powerful evolutionary forces at play in the background. This is an 800-pound gorilla, and you cannot fight it in an arm wrestling match. What you can do, however, is make friends with it and coax it into working for you instead. The second understanding I want you to have is that attraction is always logical, but it is often a complex interplay of many personal, social, psychological, and evolutionary factors that is devilishly difficult to see through. I go in depth into all these factors in my new home study course, 5 Essential Mindsets of Magnetically Attractive Men. If you're interested, you can get more information about the program anytime during this course by clicking on the link below. For now, here is one rule of thumb for you. We feel attracted to anyone who increases our survival and reproduction chances. I'll say that again. We feel attracted to anyone who increases our survival and reproduction chances. And who among us increases our survival and reproduction chances in this overcrowded, extremely social, mind-bogglingly advanced technological world where change is happening every moment at the speed of light? Is it the strongest, the prettiest, the richest, or the smartest? I'll leave the question with you for a while. Who among us increases our survival and reproduction chances in this world? The strongest, prettiest, richest, or the smartest? The third key concept I want you to understand today is attraction is always created between two poles of the opposite. North-south of magnets, positive-negative of electricity, masculine-feminine of human beings. Don't you ever forget this. Attraction is always created between poles of the opposite. Now, this is a complex topic that requires a great deal of explanation, which I really can't go through in this little introduction. If you want mastery over this topic, the 5 Mindsets program will give you just that. For now, let me give you a nutshell of an explanation of what this means. The essence of masculine energy is his awareness of who he is and why he is here in this life. His essence is his purpose, his journey, the gift he is here to offer to this world. The difference between a boy and a man is that the boy does not know who he is, why he is here, and where he is going. Since he does not know, he tries to drown that discomfort with more money, shiny toys, romantic relationships, and, if he has enough muscles, by intimidating others. A man, on the other hand, knows very clearly the answers to all of those questions, and that is why he lives a life of deep integrity, commitment, passion, humor, and above all else, a sense of purpose. He is here because he wants to be here. He knows where he is going and who he will take with him. He has no time for silly, boyish ego trips or opinions of others. He is a man on purpose, committed to his ultimate truth, ready to die in the battlefield while offering his gift to the world. When such a man is with his woman, he is there 100% with his entire being. He is there because he wants to be there, not because he has to be there. He is there because there is nowhere else in the world he would rather be at that moment. When he is there, he loves his woman like a goddess, penetrates her soul with his laser-like focus of love, contains her like unmoving banks of the river, and speaks to her, with the honesty of a man ready to die. He does not fear death, for death is his identity. He celebrates death in deep meditation every day, where he merges with the divine in total dissolution of the self. Yet when he is in this world, he is a hero on purpose, always aware of his journey, always ready to lead, always unafraid, ready to die, offering his gift to his woman and the world. The essence of the feminine energy is the exact opposite of the masculine energy. It is that which is always changing, flowing, moving, dancing. Like Mother Nature, the essence of the feminine is the dance of the opposites. Heat, cold, black, white, love, hatred, compassion, cruelty, being, non-being, life, death. Whereas the essence of masculine energy is the consciousness of life and its purpose that transcends all changes. The essence of the feminine energy is the life force itself, shimmering, throbbing, vibrating, dancing, changing, and living. Whereas the primary mark of the masculine energy is his sense of purpose and the gift he is here to give. The primary mark of the feminine energy is her ability to flow life force through her and her ability to give and receive love. Whereas masculine energy is directional, silent, unchanging, focused, and grounded, feminine energy is vibrant, melodious, fragrant, colorful, ever-changing, and full of life. The feminine is all-powerful, like Mother Nature. She is the ocean waves, the rainstorm, the desert winds, the molten lava. Yet she is also the perfect snowflake and the vulnerable dewdrop resting on a green leaf at dawn. She is all that and more. She is the world itself, everything we can touch, hear, smell, see, or taste. And she surrenders only to that which transcends the world of senses, the consciousness of being, the masculine. Now, the key concept I want you to take from all of this is simply this. Men and women both have masculine and feminine traits within them. In fact, the more mature and evolved you become, the more able you are to express both your masculine and feminine traits as appropriate. However, if you want attraction in an intimate relationship, you have to know how to project the right traits in the right amounts in moments of intimacy or courtship. If you're trying to create attraction in a very feminine woman, you have to be in a dominantly masculine side of your personality and display specifically masculine traits. If a dominantly feminine woman asks you, "So, what do you feel like doing today?" and you answer, "I don't know, whatever you want, I'm cool with everything," hoping that you are being considerate and gentlemanlike, let me assure you, you are shooting yourself in the foot and you don't even know it. If you are a feminine woman trying to attract a strong masculine man and you think offering him advice about how to drive is just being helpful, or if you dress up in brown and gray on the first date while you talk about stock markets hoping that will interest him, you can be pretty sure you will be talking a whole lot more with his answering machine in the future. Attraction is a complex evolutionary dance created between the opposite poles of masculine and feminine. No matter if you're a masculine woman or a feminine man or any other combination of gay, straight, bi, etc., if you want attraction in moments of intimacy, you will need polarity. Without polarity, there is no attraction. Remember that. Now here is the biggest mistake men make, especially when it comes to long-term relationships. They try to change their partners into something like them. I'll say it again. The biggest mistake many men make in their long-term relationships is trying to change their partners into something more like a man. We ask our women to act more logical, jump on offering them solutions when women try to talk about their problems, force them to suppress their emotions into just good, lovey-dovey and sweet, and get all upset when they do things in a different way. We try to make women more logical, grounded, understandable, and measurable. In other words, we try to tame her wild feminine energy into the more focused, rational, masculine energy. And guess what? That is exactly what kills attraction in a relationship. And why is that? Because without polarity, there is no attraction. If you are a masculine man, you're bound to have conflicts and tension with the feminine energy. In fact, the more attraction there is initially, the more potential for tension eventually, because the very thing that creates attraction is the difference between two poles of the opposite energy. Make sense? The very thing that creates attraction is the difference between two poles of the opposite energy. So the next time you find yourself arguing with your woman about how she should change, tell yourself, maybe, just maybe, I need to learn more about relationships and attraction. Maybe she isn't wrong, but just different. Maybe changing her isn't the best idea, because just in case if I succeed, she'll resemble something more like me. And I'm a man, so damn, I need to study more. So here's your exercise for today. Woman, go watch the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's with Audrey Hepburn. Notice her positive feminine sides as well as the negatives. As a man, let me assure you, any woman who exhibits traits like her without the negative parts is capable of driving any masculine man crazy for her. It's not about the looks as much as you would want to believe it is. It's about the attitude. Take notes and learn as much as you can. Men, go watch the movie Hitch by Will Smith. Take notes and try to identify all the masculine traits he displays in the movie. Identify specific mindsets and strategies instead of generalities like, he was very cool and confident and like that. Pay attention to the specific details in the movie, as in what makes him a magnetically attractive man. Finally, if you want to master the art of seduction and also turn yourself into someone who is a naturally attractive person from an evolutionary point of view, one who naturally triggers the attraction switches in mates of his choice, one who is able to maintain the juiciest attraction without turning your woman into a man, click on the link below and claim your copy. And if you're watching this video at a time when this unique course has already sold out, well, I'm sorry about that. Maybe someday it will be on the market again. For now, stay tuned for the next and the final part of this video course, where I reveal how the very first and the most comprehensive training course on the subject of attraction and mating behavior ever known to man came into being. It's quite a strange story. Even I have a hard time believing it's true at times, even though it happened to me not too long ago. But that's for tomorrow. So if you're one of those people who have still not signed up for this course, make sure you do by entering your name and email address on the right hand side. I'll see you tomorrow. Till then, go make the world a little better today.